Everyone has sounds that annoy them, like nails on a chalkboard or even a baby screaming. But do you have certain sounds that make you uncontrollably angry and you're not sure why? Well, recent research suggests that you have something called misophonia. Today I'll talk about what misophonia is, why people have it, and maybe some treatments. Misophonia in Latin translates into hatred of sound. It is a neurological brain disorder that when people hear their trigger sounds, like people chewing, breathing, yawning, pens tapping, or bass sounds, there's a numerous sounds that are specific to certain people. But when they hear that, it triggers a flight or fight response. It also brings up emotions like fear, panic, rage. It's a newly found disorder that's been researched very minimally. Because of this, not a lot of people know about it, and even if you go to ask a doctor or a specialist, they may have not even heard the term. Because of this, they're not sure how many people actually have it. So now I'm guessing that you're wondering what's happening in the brain when people who have misophonia hear this. A neuroscientist from Newcastle University, Dr. Coomer, has done research proving that misophonia is in fact a disorder. He has done research through MRIs where he's compared people without misophonia to people who do have it and have seen differences in their brains. These differences are different neurological connections, differences between the part of your brain that processes emotion and the part that processes memory. Dr. Linarzo from NYU explains this in a way that's a little more relative. So we all have sounds that react to, like take a fire alarm, for example. When we hear that sound, the part of our brain that controls our emotion notifies us saying that sound is important. It latches onto it. It makes sure that you know what that sound is, and the part of your brain that processes memory tells you you need to do something. Because that sound is important, you're more alert. You look around, you have in response that you need to get out, you need to understand what's going on. So with people who have misophonia, that when they hear their trigger sound, that part of the brain that processes your emotion says, that sound, someone's chewing, that's important, pay attention to that. And it amplifies that in your brain. It holds onto it. It makes it so you know that sound is there and you can't ignore it. The part that processes memory tells you that's a bad sound. And that part that processes of memory will cause you to have those fight or flight responses, that fear, that panic, and that rage. Now, there's not much you can do for people who have misophonia. There's no cure for it because the research is limited. There are ways you can help deal with it. Mayo Clinic has suggested things like in self-care, exercise, meditating, anything that relieves stress from your day-to-day life. Because when you are more stressed, those reactions are amplified and more intense. You can also do behavioral therapy, but again, those won't cure it. That'll just help you not have as intense responses to it. So now you should know what misophonia is, what's happening in the brain when the person hears that trigger sounds, and maybe some treatments to help you. You yourself may have it, or someone you know and love may have it as well. And I hope this has helped you better understand what they're going through, and maybe have a little bit more compassion. Thank you.
Thank you.